Hello, everybody. Hello. It's another awesome 333 day, the last 3 day of the year. So I want to really use today to do something powerful for you. And having been talking to a lot of people who have been the victims of narcissists, and with all that conversation about narcissists and gaslighting going on, we're going to work with releasing all the perceptual distortions we grew up with, because as another powerful 333 energy portal today, let's use that high frequency energy to dispel any myths we're living with, to release any and all limitations we are living with. And that begins with perception and releasing perceptual distortions that actually create energetic distortions in a body. And energetic distortions in a body are manifested in so many ways, because your body takes in information from words, right? Because words have a frequency and a vibration. And sometimes when you hear the same messages over and over, and your body reacts to the same messages over and over, it's got to do something with it. And this is why all the messages we hear in our first 7 years of life, when we didn't even have the ability to do anything about it, why those years are so powerful in shaping who we are. And I know there's a lot of good in our upbringing, and there's some things that are not so good. And those are the things that create all these energetic distortions, which come from perceptual distortions, which come from the lies you were told, the put downs. So let's begin with that, and we're releasing all that now. So let's work on one type of perceptual distortion at a time. I know that many of you may be dealing with health problems. So let's release any limiting thoughts we're bought into about healing, about miracles, about what the body can or cannot heal. And all the misteachings and misinformation out there about healing from anyone, from any alternative healer, from any spiritual tradition, from traditional medicine, traditional dentistry, all that. Let's release all that. And there's especially a lot coming from coaching, because coaches kind of use certain ways of presenting information to make you feel like if you don't buy into their thing, there's something wrong with you. You're not motivated. You're not serious about change. If you don't buy their package, let's release all that, because that creates limitations and perceptual distortions and all that, right? So bring to mind a health challenge or issue that you have been working on for a long time to transform. And it just feels like you have no choice but to live with it. So any health issue where you feel like this, just no choice, you have to accept it as it is, or whatever the issue is, bring that up and we'll see what we can transform around that right now. So all the no choice point of view about bodies, all the no choice point of view about healing, all the no choice point of view about your teeth, all the no choice point of view about weight loss, all the no choice points of view about any chronic issue you're dealing with. Let's release all that now. Oh, all the no choice points of views in your subconscious, hidden. Oh, all the no choice points of views that when we buy into the science of DNA and DNA testing, right? Because DNA and DNA testing, while it's a beautiful science and totally amazing, it has created certain no points of view for some people, like those women who subject themselves to a prophylactic mastectomy. Like, I respect them for their courage. I really totally respect them for having the courage to do that. So let's release any and all the no points of view we are bought into from science that's too overly deterministic, right? It's too overly deterministic to a point where you're willing to sacrifice a healthy body part. So let's release the energy around that. And I still totally respect the choices each and every person makes. I respect your choices, and I just want the choices to be life enhancing and empowering, and not just like, oh, you can choose to have a prophylactic mastectomy. Is that really a choice when you're asked to give up a healthy body part? Right, so everything that goes with that, let's release all that. Yeah, if you have no choice around addictions, some of the ways addictions are being dealt with, that is in your DNA, that this will be a part of your life and you have to keep on going to AA meetings or whatever meetings. Let's release that, because that kind of thinking makes the future predictable, and making the future predictable makes us comfortable even when the predictions are off. And then your body will have to readjust itself to live with that perceptual distortion. So all the perceptual distortions and lies this reality has been teaching us about addictions of all kinds. Let's release that. Oh. So what if it isn't anything about you? It isn't anything about your DNA. It isn't anything about your flawed character. It was just a temporary adventure that needed to happen for whatever reason to bring out whatever unresolved issues need to be brought out, right? So it's just a temporary adventure in a different consciousness. So let's release all that. Oh, tumors. Energetically, tumors are easy to work on because tumors are concentrated in one place. I hope that it's, well, you have it, tumors, plural. So let me just tune into all that. All the unresolved, unexpressed, repressed energies it's holding on to for you. Let's release that safely now. Oh, oh, oh. And all the lies you bought into about what can or can't be healed around that, let's release all that now. Oh, oh. And so the parts of you that have a tumor, let's Release the energy behind it, release everything that's feeding it consciously, subconsciously, the metabolic stuff, the metabolic things that supply the tumor. Let's release all that now. Oh. Oh. Okay, let me know how that tumor is feeling. And sinus, okay, sinus issues going back. See how many issues are related to sinus. Let's dissolve all those issues now. All the conscious, subconscious issues around that. Oh. 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 All the unresolved grief and grieving, let's release that. Oh. And so all that unresolved sadness, all the unresolved grief and grieving and regrets. So let's see, what perceptual distortions have you bought into to make that a wrongness of you when it isn't? Let's release all that. Oh, 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 oh. And another thing with sinus is this, June. So everywhere where you repress your own self-expression, all the ways you are masking your magnificence, your genius, your beauty, all that. Let's let all the masks and let all the masking come off for total ease now for you. Oh. Oh. And let all the judgments and self-blames you bought into be released. Oh. And anywhere else you're holding back your self-expression, and try to going back in time. So those of you who are still regretting something in the past, whether you had an illness for long duration or depression for long duration or Lyme disease for long duration, where you feel the prime of your life, the life of you is so gone, all that, let's release all that. Oh. So for anyone who has had an illness for a long time that's debilitating, I know there's a lot of regrets. There's a lot of, I feel cheated out of life when everybody else gets to go on and have the life and have the fun, go on vacations, have families, enjoy every moment while I am sick in bed and debilitated with Lyme disease, with fibromyalgia, with chronic fatigue, with all these issues that even doctors themselves question. That is so painful. Let's release all the judgments we have about that, and let's release all the perceptual distortions that are created by it. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. And here's the thing about debilitating chronic conditions, right? It keeps you from functioning in this 3D world, but it doesn't keep you from functioning in other ways. And sometimes that's the way life has to stop you from keep on buying into stuff in a 3D world that doesn't work anyway, and prepare you for a 5D reality. So it's a way to disintegrate all the old patterns so that you can be reintegrated into a new paradigm. And just about every teacher, every spiritual luminary of all time has been through that, right? Like Byron Katie, she spent time in a halfway home for many years. I don't know how many years. Neil Donald Walsh spent some time outside of everyday reality. Edgar Tolle spent time just being a bum in Stanley Park in Vancouver, not being able to hold a job and all of that, because the body needed that time to release and disintegrate stuff from this reality for many lifetimes that are no longer true, that are holding us back. And if creating an illness was your way of helping you to disengage from the 3D reality and let all those 3D teachings disintegrate, that's actually a pretty good manifestation. And some of you may have done that through addictions too, and that's okay. Well, no one in this reality will be like, good for you, girl, you go. All that addiction was good for you because it got you out of this reality. No one's going to do that. But in your own mind, you know that a part of you wants to disengage from all the lies, all the perceptual distortions in this reality so that you can create beyond this, right? Here we go. Oh. Oh. So don't be concerned about getting your time back, all that time that you lost. You didn't lose the time. You lose participating in all the lies and all the structures of this 3D reality that requires disintegration from your body, your mind. So let all that disintegrate now. All the lies, all the destructive beliefs, everything that's holding you back for lifetimes, let it all be released now. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, so that was a little bit on releasing all the perceptual distortions about what can or can't be healed with the body. Now let's release all the perceptual distortions we bought into about our self-worth and money, because it's so tied together. Well, I don't know that money is actually tied to self-worth. I mean, I don't know. Look at Donald. Okay, so all the perceptual distortions around money and self-worth and worthiness and self-esteem. Let's release all that. Oh, oh, oh. All the lies, all the perceptual distortions around how you need to make money. Oh. So all the hidden layers around not deserving, not being good enough, not having enough. Oh, let's release all that. And how can you be an invitation Oh, because all the limiting thoughts we bought into money, it's so that money will still just stay in the hands of a few people, right? Well, let's release all that now. Oh, 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 oh. And I know that for those of you who are on the brink, on the brink of hitting into a new level of money, and what keeps you from hitting a new level, and I know this so well, is that hidden loyalties to the class you were born in, right? If you were in working class, there's so many hidden loyalties to the working class you don't even know about. Oh, so let's release all the hidden loyalties to the working class or middle class. And then all the lies around self-worth that you have to be someone who fits a certain stereotype to be worthy, that you have to be so accomplished, make so much money, blah, 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 making self-worth conditional upon outside stuff, things outside of you. So let's release all that. Self-worth is not dependent upon how other people treat you, how other people see you, what you have accomplished in life, what job you hold, how much you make an hour, how many degrees you have. Oh dear God, let's release all that. Because those are all the lies we bought into that are controlling us. All the lies, all the perceptual distortions around self-worth, self-esteem, worthiness. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. And then the hidden loyalties to your family's story and to your family's structure, right? Because in every family, there's the trophy one child, is the black sheep, and blah, blah, blah. All the hidden loyalties to our family story that overly define us, and that actually has so much to do with all the misconceptions around self-worth. Let's release all that now. Oh, oh, I can totally feel this around the spleen and stomach energy. So let's realign that energy. We configure it to be in alignment with the energy of feeling respected, feeling worthy, feeling whole, feeling healthy no matter what. Oh, 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 oh. And then all the perceptual distortions about your self-worth, how much money you can make, but that is still like in your DNA. Let's release all that stuff now. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Yeah, so what else? What other misinformations about you, your body, money? Oh, and so perceptual distortions, I feel like, why am I using such a word? Anything that interferes with your perception. So, like all the lies you were told about your body, about healing, about money, about self-worth, about worthiness, about self-esteem. I really all that now, yeah. Oh. So let's see, what would it take to move us into that energy of feeling worthy, being worthy, feeling whole, healthy, worthy, and be able to heal anything you choose to. So receive that. Heal anything you choose to. Oh. Okay, so let me know in the chat box. Are you feeling lighter now than when you started on this call? Are you feeling lighter and more peaceful? And just tune into the places in your body or tune into the issue in your life that is not yet feeling lighter, whatever that may be. And we're going to just light it up now. Oh. Oh. Yeah, good. So many of your issues are getting lighter and lighter. Good. Oh. Okay, so any and all issues that are still unresolved, let's bring that in. Oh. 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 Yeah, there you go. Oh. And these are some of the major distortions of, so if you have been submitted to like a lot of madness in your life from the beginning of life, you totally feel the distortion. For some people, even up your spine where you have a little bit of scoliosis or a lot. And some of you may have a childhood that's filled with so many distortions that like your teeth and jaw come out crooked and all that, because that part of us, our speech and our ability to speak was um, contorted in some way, right? And it shows up in how our teeth come out, even because every part of us is energy responding to energy. So all the madness, all the craziness, all the perceptual distortions and lies that we grew up with, our body responds to. So yeah, let's release any and all that now. So for anyone who grew up in such in a space that created distortions literally in your spine, let's do what we can to release that. So let me work from the lower back, mid back, and upper back. Excuse me. And for those of us with a childhood and adolescent years that are so filled with stuff that it affects how our teeth come out. Like if your teeth didn't come out straight and you have all kinds of issues, I wonder how many lies you bought into subconsciously, of course. Nobody consciously buys into lies, right? All the subconscious lies and all the unresolved issues that your body had to deal with that created that distortion in your energy field. Let's release all that. Oh. And if you have really crowded teeth, right? So everywhere where you have crowded out yourself, your own joy. So every place where you have crowded out your own joy. So what distractions, what repressed unexpressed issues is still crowding out your joy? Let's release all that now. Oh, oh, oh. And anywhere else in your body where you have bought into so many, where your body had to live and respond to so many misinformation, so many distorted ideas, especially distorted ideas projected at you, right? So all that you subconsciously bought into. So maybe you have your parents fighting, and a part of you felt responsible as very empathic children and psychic children. We think that every time they fight, it's somehow our fault. Or you may have a parent who says, I'm sacrificing and doing all this just for you. So all the lies you use to create your body, to create any energetic distortion, tension in your body's energy field. Let's release all that going back to all times. Oh, 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 oh. So I'm really getting this, that many of you have really bought into so many distortions that it leave no room for you, for your joy, just no room for you to be you. Oh, all the distortions, all the distractions. Oh, and all the manipulations that leave no room for you to be you. Let's release all that. Oh, oh my God. I can feel my neck crack, people. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, let's unburden ourselves from being responsible for our parents' happiness, their unfulfilled potential, their unfulfilled dreams. I read somewhere that nothing affects a child more than the unfulfilled potential, the unfulfilled dreams of a parent, because their unhappiness was such that subconsciously it was communicated to you in some way, making you responsible for living the dream that they themselves could not fulfill for whatever reason. So all their unfulfilled dreams, all their unfulfilled potential, all their unhappiness. Oh, and then all their resentment of their friends who have it better. Let's release that. And then our hidden loyalties to our parents. So then we also resent all the people who have more. Oh. And if you grew up in a working class, you are buying into that from every person, their resentment against the people who have more, right? And so you sort of subconsciously buying into that without even knowing that it's just a point of view you're buying into. And when it's like such a reality around you, it's hard to see that it's just a point of view when it's the whole reality around you. You live in a neighborhood where everybody works one or two jobs and everybody you know works one or two jobs. It's a whole reality that comes down to a few points of view about what you're allowing yourself to have, how you can create beyond the class, the family you were born into. So all the hidden loyalties to the class, the working class, the family we were born into, and feeling guilty about going beyond them, feeling abandoned, feeling like you become their new enemy, right? Because if you grew up in the working class, you almost always hear them talking about those filthy rich people. So they make the wealthy people the enemies. And then if you make wealth the enemy, then you're afraid to be the enemy. You're afraid to have wealth because you know there's a bunch of people who will cuss you out all the time and blame you for all their misery all the time. And isn't that amazing that it's just a point of view from the class we're born into? So let's release everything that brought up because it's too much to put into words, but you know what I mean now. Oh. Yeah, let's release all that. So to move into the next class or the next income bracket or the next whatever, you got to see that this happens with total ease and harmony and that no one is going to make an enemy out of you. That is no jealousy. And there is going to be jealousy, but what jealousy and envy? But what if that jealousy and envy will awaken that person to wake up and create more, right? So the best case scenario for all the jealousy is that person will look inside and see that they too can create more. And so it can be an invitation to everyone around you to create more and be more if they choose. And you can't choose for them, but you can choose for you. So what will you choose for you that's congruent with you, that allows you to enjoy having money, having lots of money, having more than enough, having so much that you can have all the fun, all the vacations. Yeah. And you can totally handle sharing this and enjoying life with people around you. And you may need new friends after a while, but hey, there's plenty of wealthy people who want to hang out with you. So all the resistance that brings up, I feel a few of you just like hold your breaths. Ay, ay, ay. So you want wealth and you want abundance, but you have to hold your breath when I'm downloading this energy. So that immediate gut wrenching resistance to having it all, let's release that. Oh my God. Did you feel that? Did you feel that resistance? It's like so immediate and so yeah, visceral. Oh, the resistance to having more. So all the lies you bought into, all the perceptual distortions about being wealthy, having money, having lots of money. Oh. So now, will you allow yourself to have lots of money with total ease and joy and peace? Oh. Oh. Yeah, so I wonder what is behind that very immediate, automatic holding resistance to having more. So, how many lifetimes will you kill for having more? Let's release that. Oh. Oh. And all the many generations of struggle and not having. Let's release all that. Oh, all the conscious, subconscious resistance. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I'm allergic to wealth too. Okay. Let's release that too. All the conscious, subconscious resistance to having more, being more, having more, being more. Gotta be more. So, who will you allow yourself to be that would allow you to create more, generate more, and have so much more? No matter what you've done in your past, right? So, if you don't use your past as a reference point, that would be brave. It's very, very brave and courageous to not use the past as a reference point for creating your future anymore. So, all the resistance that's now in the past, let's let it go now. Oh. And all the perceptual distortions around who you can be, what you can have, what you can do, what you can generate and create in life, let's release all that. And everything you have decided as the sum total of all that you can be, all that you can have, all that you can create, all that you can generate in life. Let's release all that, because all that was created from perceptual distortions of all kinds. So let's release all that. Of all dimensions, all realities, all non-realities, all times, all space. Oh. Oh my God, I can feel the whole world around me changing. Okay, let's do that one again because that was fake. So everything you have decided consciously and subconsciously as the sum total of all that you can experience in life, of all that you can do in life, of all that you can be in life, of all that you can create, generate, and have in life. The sum total of all that which was based on perceptual distortions and lies from this reality. Let's release all that now. From all times or space, all realities, all non-realities. Oh, oh. Any other place in space in your reality that still has perceptual distortions, energetic distortions of any kind. Let's release that. Oh, oh. And what amount of freedom are you allowing? Are you feeling more free now? Let me know in the chat box if you're feeling more free now. Oh, yeah, my neck. So, what other areas in your life are creating perceptual, reacting to all kinds of perceptual distortions? Let's release all that now. Oh, oh. Great, yes. So let's do this one again. So everywhere where you have decided the sum total of all that you can be, all that you can experience, all that you can have, all that you can create and generate in life is based on your past and past reference points and past objectives of all kinds and past hidden loyalties. Let's release all that now. Oh, oh, oh. So everything you decided is the sum total of all that you can be. Let's release all that. Everywhere you decided the sum total of all that you can experience and have and create. Let's release all that again. Oh. So now, what would it be like for you to create, to have, to generate, to be anything that you choose? Yes, when all the sum total of all that you decided you can have and be and create and perceive and receive in life, all that, oh, oh. Whew. And since this is on perceptual distortions, everywhere where you have decided the sum total of all that you can perceive, receive, and be, whatever that is, let's release all that now. Oh. So, what would it take to expand what you can receive, perceive, have, and be, and expand it 1,000 times now? Oh. 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 What you can actually perceive, be, and receive is so beyond this reality, isn't it? It's almost scary. But let's do that again. Let's do the scary thing of expanding that again. All that you can perceive, receive, and be. Make this limitless. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Okay, so let's do this again. Once again, expanding that space of you, what you can perceive, what you can receive, who you can be, what you can have. Let's expand all that tenfold again. Oh. Oh. And we're going to keep on expanding until the edges of your reality don't even exist. There's no edges to your reality. Nothing confines your reality. So let's do that again. Let's expand what you can receive, what you can perceive, who you can be, what you can have, what you can create and generate in life. Let's make all that limitless and expand beyond this reality again. Oh, blasting all the limitation. Oh. So now think about the issue that you really want to heal, whether it's an issue with the body or issue with finance or relationship or whatever that's personal to you. When you bring in that energy of the limitless you, see how small that issue is right now. See the tumors disappear in this energy of your light. Oh. So anything that no longer belongs to you, when you expand it, it leaves you. So the tumors that are just stuck energy that don't actually belong to you, that is, it's not part of your divine blueprint, you can now let it go. It was just there in your body temporarily holding space to communicate something about your life. Some repressed, unexpressed emotion. So take that tumor, allow it to just expand. And then it will leave you. I'm not saying make that tumor bigger in your body, but the energy of it, once it expands because it doesn't belong to you, it will leave. Because making it more spacious lets it leave. Making it spacious allows it to leave. When it's too contracted, it's a pretty severe tumor, right? So we got to give it the energy to expand and release. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so any and all those issues with its family, we can release that too. Oh. Yeah, this energy that we are now, you are also connected to, this more expansive you that's able to receive, perceive, so beyond this reality. Oh. 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 So take your financial reality wherever it's at and expand it. We're going to do it 2-3 times first, because 2-3 times is something still so palpable, has edges, right? So feel the fun of doubling your income, tripling your income or assets. Oh. Now let's 10x your income and assets. Oh. And let's make it so infinite. Oh. Oh. So if your income and assets and financial status was ever expanding, what would that feel like for you? And let's make it ever expanding. And don't assign a time for it, because if you overly assign a time for it, then you're not allowing the universe to deliver this to you. So release time. Okay. And all the changes money will allow you to make in your life. Feel into all that change and all the fun, right? All the fun you can have, all the vacations. And there's probably a lot of meaningful things you do want to do, right? There's people, ideas you want to support. There's a lot of good things you can support if you choose, or finally having all the money to take care of you and your needs. So let's be in that space of having more and more fun with more money all the time. Here we go. Oh. Oh. You know, I heard the planet Neptune actually rains diamonds, so that's one way to become really wealthy. If you can reach all the diamonds in Neptune. So here's to you all reaching for the diamonds in Neptune. That sounds too funny, but here we go. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so I hope in this session that we really did chip away at a lot of perceptual distortions around healing, bodies, money, self-esteem, self-worth. So I can't wait to see what shows up in your reality that would just be really, really awesome and beautiful. Oh, yeah. Kim, we are so in tune. Oh my God. Neptune, diamonds. All right. So let's bring in the planet Neptune into your universe and let it rain diamonds on you all now. Ah, there. A whole planet of diamonds for you. That should get you going with having some fun with wealth, right? Have some fun with that wealth. All right, you guys, have some fun with your wealth. I wonder who will be able to catch all the diamonds from Neptune. Well, Neptune, isn't that the planet of dreams? So, in so many ways, when you turn your dreams into reality, that's that's the diamond, right? That could be your diamond, I wonder. Yeah. So, all right. Here's to you all having a whole planet of diamonds for you, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. And happy, today is the last 333 day of the year. So, yeah. So I wonder what awesomeness will keep on showing up for you in your lives today, and what awesome, amazing activations you will always see from this powerful portal. So whatever the universe has for you, turn it all into diamonds now. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.